Tiger Woods car crash. Grover in good spirits after nature's treatment. Tiger Woods is in good spirits after being moved to a new Los Angeles. Los Angeles.
Los Angeles.
Tiger Woods is in good spirits after being moved to a new Los Angeles hospital for treatment from injuries he sustained in a car accident. A statement on the golfing champion's Twitter's account.
Golfing champions.
A statement on the golfing champion's Twitter account said he had received successful follow-up procedures at the Cedar Sinai Medical Center.
Cedars-Sinai Medical Center.
Cedars-Sinai Medical Centers. Woods suffered a fractured leg, and a shattered ankle in Tuesday's accident, which saw him caught from his vehicle.
Fractured leg and shattered ankle.
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 Fractured leg and shattered ankle. Fractured leg and shattered ankle. Woods suffered a fractured leg and shattered ankle in Tuesday's accident, which saw him caught from his vehicle. Police say he will not face criminal charges over the single-car crash. Friday Street said the Grover and his family wanted to thank well-wishers for the wonderful support and messages they have received over the past few days. Woods was initially treated at Harbor UCLA Medical Center after he was removed from the wreck of his car by firefighters and paramedics. Doctors said he had open fractures on the
tibia and fibula of his lower right leg, and a rod was inserted into the tibia.
Tibia and fibula of his lower right leg.
Tibia and fibula of his lower right leg. Tibia and fibula of his lower right leg. And a rod was inserted into the tibia.
And a rod was inserted into the tibia.
Doctor said he had open fractures on the tibia and fibula of his lower right leg, and a rod was inserted into the tibia. Injuries to his foot and ankle were stabilized with schools and pins. Schools and pins. The move to Cinder's Silo was made for continuing
orthopedic care.
Orthopedic.
Orthopedic care. The move to Cinder
Cedars-Sinai.
The move to Cedars-Sinai was made for continuing orthopedic care and recovery, according to a statement from Dr. Anish Manhajan. Dr. Anish Manhajan.
Dr. Anish Manhajan.
Dr. Anish Manhajan. Dr. Anish Manhajan, chief medical officer at Harvard UCLA, Woods had been driving along the Woods had been driving along a downhill stretch of road that has a high frequency of accidents, according to police. A downhill stretch of road.
Downhill stretch of road.
Woods had been driving along a downhill stretch of road that has a high frequency of accidents, according to police. His SUV struck the central reservation. His SUV struck the central reservation, crossed into the opposite lane, rolled over several times, and then plummeted off the road and down an embankment. Earlier this week, Los Angeles police said there was no evidence Woods had been impaired by drugs or alcohol at the time of the crash. County Sheriff Alex
County Sheriff Alex Villanueva.
County Sheriff Alex Villanueva told reporters that it was purely an accident. County Sheriff Alex County Sheriff Alex Villanueva told reporters that it was purely an accident. He said the spokesman had survived that what would otherwise have been a fatal crash because the interior of his vehicle had remained largely intact. Woods, who had been recovering from a fifth round of back surgery in January, was in Los Angeles was in Los Angeles to host last week's Genesis Invitational PGA Tour event and was driving one of the tournament cars when he crashed. He recently said he had hoped and recovered from his back surgery in time to play in this year's Masters in April. However, medical experts have said he He faced a long period of recovery after his latest injuries. However, medical experts have said he faced a long period of recovery after his latest injuries. Conwy. Pupil kicking hole in walls back schools asbestos fear. Schools in Curry County may be rechecked for asbestos after a pupil kicked a hole in a wall exposing the substance. The council's education department wants £100,000 to resurgery all schools in the county after concerns previous checks were inaccurate. It comes after people kicked a hole in a wall, exposing asbestos, which was not flagged up on previous inspections. In a report to the council, officers said the incident raised alarm bells. Asbestos was banned in the UK in 1999 after a link was established to lung disease, including
mesothelioma,
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 mesothelioma, mesothelioma, mesothelioma, mesothelioma, mesothelioma, mesothelioma,
Mesothelioma.
mesothelioma, mesothelioma. Asbestos was banned in the UK in 1999 after a link was established to lung disease, including mesothelioma. However, any school buildings may contain asbestos if any part of them was built before 2000. Under
Welsh.
Under Welsh government guidance published in 2019, each school must have a suitable, sufficient, and up-to-date survey of the buildings to identify the presence of asbestos. However, in a report to the Council's cabinet officers said the Council was reliant upon for its asbestos management obligations were carried out as far back as 20 years ago. However, in a report to the Council's cabinet officers said the survey the Council was reliant upon for its asbestos management obligations were carried out as far back as 20 years ago. The fact that this particular item was not even classed as asbestos cast doubt on the veracity of the surveys. It reads, veracity means the quality of being true, honest, or accurate. Veracity. The fact that this particular item was not even classed as asbestos cast doubt on the veracity of the surveys. It read, the fact that this particular item was not even classed as asbestos cast doubt on the veracity of the surveys. It reads, according to the local democracy reporting service, 50 light schools in Conwy are known to have asbestos. The report states many of the asbestos registers saw numerous items of presumed asbestos, and an enhanced survey would help the Council to focus on removing the substance from schools. The use for asbestos in the county schools range from insulation materials associated with the school's heating system, no floor and ceiling tiles and wall panels, according to the report. Some of the material is situated in children's classrooms, and the Council's policy had been identification, management, and inspection of it. In 2030, the UK government's Committee on Carcinogenicity
Carcinogenicity.
In 2013, the UK government's Committee on Carcinogenicity confirmed that children were more at risk from asbestos than adults, as they will live longer, providing greater opportunity for any asbestos disease to develop. The report said the £100,000 for the study would allow the Council to plan for the phased removal of asbestos from its schools.